Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you'll be listening to a hypnosis session that is based around the concept of peace and self-acceptance. And there are different definitions, different meanings that you can contribute to peace. One, of course, is the opposite of war, opposite of turmoil. And in many ways, the peace that people seek in their own lives echoes that sentiment. It is an opposite of conflict, opposite of turmoil, opposite of battles and war and troubles. And I was working with a gentleman who was going through various issues that were causing turbulence. So divorce, worries about health, and various other things that linked to their own identity and who they were in the world and who they wanted to be. And that was creating a lot of conflict. And a useful way of thinking of conflict within inside someone's experience is by this idea of opposing parts, that there is a part of you that wants one thing, but there's another part that doesn't feel like it's possible or feels anxious about that idea. And if you think of a war, there is opposing sides. You have a battle. And these battles often exist within us. There might be a part of you that wants to, let's say, retire and live every day on a beach. And there's another part that gets huge significance and status from your career and your work. There's lots of conflicts that can take place. The biggest conflicts, the biggest battles are always the conflicts at the level of identity, that you're not really sure who you are and who you want to be. And the key normally to dealing with that level of conflict and to find the peace really is in acceptance. And if it's an identity level conflict, then of course that acceptance have to be self-acceptance. The actual client I was working with was a person believed in God, believed in religion, and in an evening of prayer, felt that they heard from God that their mission, the thing that God wants for them more than anything else, is peace, to experience peace. Well, if peace is the absence of conflict and turmoil, and self-acceptance is one of the ways to get to that peace, then actually his own experience was a catalyst for me to create this session around peace and self-acceptance. And what's really important about that is one of the things that was causing some resistance to the self-acceptance is a belief that it would offend God. Whereas the fact that he had, within prayer, been informed and communicated by God that peace is what God wanted for them, it enabled me to position it almost like an endorsement, an approval, permission from God. I'm not religious myself, but I think a lot of religions are beautiful and very empowering because of the belief systems. And one of the belief systems I like about religion is this idea that there is some omnipotent power that is loving and caring and wants good things for you. So in this session, although I'm not religious, I use the concept of churches and God and religion because I integrate and utilize the belief systems of the clients that I work with. And by harnessing their belief in God, it helped to act as a catalyst to get them to where they really wanted to go, which is a future where they could have a relationship and have that peace and acceptance, and to have a desirable future that was fulfilling for them without feeling that it was going against God. So if you are going through tough times and you feel that you're battling with yourself, that you're in conflict, that you're in turbulence and turmoil, There's always the option to book a free 30-minute consultation call with me in the show notes to explore working with me directly. But you might find that although this session was quite unique and quite tailored to an individual, there might be certain components here that are quite helpful. So find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just relax and let go of any tension in your eyelids. And notice with your eyes closed, you're able to position your body in a way where you can not just feel comfortable, but feel deeply relaxed. As you breathe in and breathe out, notice any signs of tension or stress. That might be in your jaw, in your forehead, neck or shoulders. But as you breathe in and breathe out, just imagine that you're letting go of any of those feelings of stress and anxiety. And maybe there's been news or information that has triggered compulsive thoughts about the future. And I want you to imagine that you're able to let go of any thoughts or concerns or worries. And here in this moment, allow yourself to be completely peaceful and present. In fact, as you breathe in, I want you to imagine breathing in a bright white healing light of peace. As you breathe in, just imagine that glowing bright white light going in through your nose into your lungs, filling you with a feeling of relaxation and peace. And I want you to imagine that anything that impedes your ability to experience peace is leaving your body in your outward breath. Any thoughts, any worries, any feelings of stress or tension, any conflicts or guilt or shame that's getting in the way of you feeling calm, relaxed, and peaceful. Just feel that you're letting go of those things. They're dissolving, diluting, melting away. And as you breathe out, just imagine a darker color, grey, black, shadowy, leaving your body in your outward breath. So you're breathing in that glowing, bright, white light of peace and relaxation. And the shadows and the greys and the darkness is leaving your body, giving you a wonderful feeling that just by breathing in and breathing out, you're becoming more relaxed, but you're also experiencing a wonderful feeling of peace, calmness, tranquility, and it feels good. And I wonder if your imagination can build on this feeling of peace by imagining a beautiful still lake. And I want you to imagine the sun is setting there on that still lake. And as the sun sets, next to the lake is an old, beautiful church. Breathe in and breathe out and feel a wonderful feeling of relaxation there by the lake. And as you see the pink, the orange, the red in the sky as the sun sets, you almost feel a compulsion, like a magnet drawing you into this beautiful old church. And there are candles in that church, stained glass window, but also want you to know that there is no one else there at all. Just you. And I want you to imagine that you can find a place to sit or kneel, to look forward towards the altar, and to feel a desire to pray. To pray for guidance. What it is that you need more of or need less of. A calling, a mission, a purpose right now for this time in your life. And maybe a part of your intuition or a message that you're receiving and hearing is that you need to experience peace. So as you breathe in and breathe out there in that beautiful old church by the lake, just imagine a feeling of relaxation and tranquility wash over you. And imagine your eyes are now closed there in that church, enabling you to pay attention to my words, but also feel a connection with God. And maybe God has the resources or the insights or the ability to help facilitate wonderful changes that are necessary for you to experience that peace. Rarely does an idea end up in the mind of an individual without the resources and the capacity to make that idea real. You can call an idea that seems to come from outside of you going into you as inspiration. And the inspiration normally unlocks motivation, a desire to get to that place. So as you imagine praying there in that old beautiful church, surrounded by candlelight, feeling deeply, deeply relaxed, connecting with a feeling of peace, I want your mind to open to powerful suggestions of which your mind can pick and choose which are useful and relevant for you and the life that you desire. As you imagine being in that church with your eyes closed, just imagine a deep sense of self-acceptance and inner peace washing over you like a soothing wave. And feel how good it feels to feel a profound acceptance of the changes in your life, knowing that each change in your life has brought you valuable lessons and growth. As you breathe in and breathe out, just imagine a feeling deep within you radiating outwards confidence and ease, particularly in social interactions, giving you the option but not the obligation to connect effortlessly with others. Maybe this is a gift from God. To find peace, you need that confidence and ease in your interactions with other people. And with that comes a desire to become more social, strengthening your connections with friends, but also welcoming new relationships. As you think about your future, see yourself becoming stronger and healthier. As your body and mind align in harmony. And feel a wonderful surge of confidence in your ability to make positive changes in your health and lifestyle. Worrying about the bad thing doesn't make sense when you can focus and prioritize health and well-being. Perhaps in your future you can imagine you with a partner, a companion, someone who embodies qualities like intelligence, authenticity, worldly wisdom, and maybe empathy. And if that feels like a desirable future, then you can unlock the barriers that prevent that from being a possibility. Picture yourself in the company of this ideal partner, seeing yourself in a deep sense of connection and understanding. And just the thought of this possibility opens up the feeling of excitement and positivity almost bubbling within you at the thought of finding a relationship with someone who truly resonates with your values and desires. But in order for that to happen, you understand that you need to not just believe but know that you are deserving of a loving and fulfilling relationship, and that the right person is out there seeking you as well. Some people use the phrase their other half. I want you to imagine that if you're out there looking for someone, then someone else is out there looking for you. Visualize your heart open and ready to receive the love and companionship that is meant for you. Affirm your willingness to confide in and trust your future partner, knowing that you can share your thoughts and feelings freely. As you breathe in and breathe out, imagining that future, embrace the idea that the possibilities for a beautiful and meaningful relationship are endless and infinite. But the journey is just as important as the destination. So imagine yourself stepping into the dating world, not with anxiety and fear. Imagine yourself with a sense of enthusiasm and curiosity, eager to explore new connections. Feel a deep sense of contentment and self-assuredness, knowing that your journey toward love and connection is unfolding perfectly. And maybe you can imagine yourself engaging in enjoyable social activities, surrounded by like-minded individuals who appreciate your presence. And anyone that doesn't appreciate your presence is not meant to be a friend, not meant to be a relationship. Acknowledge that peace comes from knowing that you are complete and whole just as you are, and that a partner will complement your life, not complete it. You don't need a companion. You would just like one, want one. And the right person will add value to your life in so many ways. And see yourself attracting and being attracted to those individuals who align with your goals and aspirations, how you see the world, as you feel a growing sense of self-worth and self-love, recognizing that for the right person you are a magnet for positivity and love. And in this church, feel that you are receiving permission. The permission to experience peace, to let go of those worries, those concerns, all that conflict. You've heard it firsthand that God does not want you to be stressed and anxious, conflicted and turbulent. God wants you to find peace. And to find the peace naturally flows from self-acceptance and self-love. And if you're ready to accept yourself exactly as you are, let me know by nodding your head. And in doing so, peace is now not a possibility, but a destiny. And every time you forgive yourself from the past, accept yourself in the present, and give permission to seek out those things that would make you feel even more complete, all the peace comes. And you can call that peace alignment. You can call that peace acceptance. And then imagine leaving the church. And as you open the church door, you notice more time has passed than you realized, and you can see the sunrise over the lake. And you already know that a sunrise is just a metaphor, a symbol for a fresh start, a new chapter. The time has finally come for a new beginning. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Feel like you're returning to the present with that feeling of peace and self-acceptance with you. As very soon, I will count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling resourceful, peaceful, full of self-love and self-acceptance, and knowing that a bright, wonderful future awaits you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.